Alright, and we're back. It is Phoebe, the third map in the QR3 here. And yes, it's Deer versus the Time Wizards, and so far it's tied, one game apiece. Every game has been pretty close so far, I think, or each game. There's only been 2 games so far, but yeah, they've been fairly even. So it's kind of exciting to watch these teams. Drunken Sight, Sasper, Switch, and Vantobia looks like they lost a player. And here looks like Renwood sitting out as well. According to Bunny, he is too drunk to play. I'm not even sure what that means, but that's obviously not a good sign. Stone Cold, Scratch, Empty Phil coming in, Headhunter, Father Xmas, and who is that at the... That's Bunny. Okay, so 6 players here for the Time Wizard team and 5 for Deer. Alright, so Time Wizards swapping stories about how I guess how they were handicapped in the previous game, how inebriated they can get. And so yeah, interesting. Let's go ahead and look at some of these strategies, if we may. So this is the Deer squad here. It looks like they're gonna go for 4 Warlocks and 4 Mortar Dwarves. Nope, they're going for 6 Mortar Dwarves. A bunch of Myrmidons, a bunch of Brigands, and a bunch of Mauls. It looks like they're maxed out on the Mauls there, which is a pretty wise choice. Those Mauls are super tough. It's really difficult to interrupt their attack, and they're just able to muscle their way through the enemy ranks. And here for the Time Wizards, we have 4 Warlocks and looks like 5 Mortar Dwarves. It's kind of hard to see. Here we are, 5 Mortar Dwarves, 4 Warlocks, bunch of Brigands, a bunch of Myrmidons, and a bunch of Mauls. It doesn't look like they max out on Mauls, and they have a ton of Brigands as well. Doesn't it just look like Deer has more units though? Maybe because they're spread out a little bit. So both teams are, you know, somewhat even here. You know, it looks like Time Wizards opting to take 1 less Mortar Dwarf and maybe a little bit more, maybe a few more Brigands. And, you know, a couple less Mauls, but very similar unit trades for both of these teams. Headhunter, alright Wizards, get your chakras aligned. So that is their secret right there.
Game on.
Hello Stone Cold, how are you? Okay, so the game just started. And these teams are going to fan out. It is flag rally once again, so taking all the flags is going to be basically on everybody's mind. It's very similar to the last game, game number 2, where you leave a few units on your home flag, maybe a couple of units on these near flags, and then you keep pushing out until you scout out the enemy. And once that happens, you're able to just kind of move your units around and reposition in order to best counter their push and maybe do a push of your own. So I think I covered this previously, but this is a mana bar. In case you're curious, when it's full, or when it's nearly full, you can do a Ring of Fire, and it's a purely defensive move for the Warlock. Also, when it's full, you're able to get 2 fireball shots off.
Flag captured.
And we've seen fireballs pretty much all throughout the QR3 here.
Flag captured.
So we have a large brigand force here for Switch. He has so many brigands, and he has a couple of mortar dwarves, and he's going to be moving to the south. Maybe leaving some units here on this flag and just pushing out. And here we have, I don't even know what's happening here, Sight chasing around these peasants with his myrmidons. Is he gonna actually kill them? Yeah. He's gonna take out these peasants. I wonder if they count as kills.
Captured.
Get him. Oh, don't. Oh, no, the peasants don't count as kills, so that was entirely wasted.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
Here we have Sight kind of running up, scouting the flag. I don't believe. Oh, they were able to take flag 3. So both teams have taken this corner flag here. And it looks like perhaps the Time Wizards are able to deny flag 7 to Deer. And that indeed looks to be the case. And in the middle we have this wacky engagement here with Time Wizards getting steamrolled here by all of these Mauls, Drunken and Vantobia and Sasper, kind of triple teamed there. Doing a huge push mid. And if we look on the home flag here, I mean, there are so many units left on defense. I don't know if that is, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, to be honest. I think we've seen earlier just having really good in-game awareness and maybe communication between the players in order to react, to close up the gaps and push and have all of as many units as possible play play kind of midfield, you know, not too offensive, not too defensive, but able to do both simultaneously is kind of what you want. You don't want to have so many units way far away so that they're not able to react to a large push like this. So here we have Sasper and many of the Deer cohorts trying to make a surround here on flag number 2 here.
Flag captured.
But Sasper's gonna have to be careful because these Mauls are super tough. But while Father Xmas does that, Vantobia is gonna come in and take this flag. So that is kind of what you get for abandoning the flag. You end up losing it.
Flag captured.
And it looks like this Mortar Dwarves has seen better days. These brigands are going to try to chase that Maul away, but Drunken is continuing to push. Looks like Stone Cold was able to do a little bit of damage there. So flag 2 was taken by Deer, and they're actually up in flags. They're doing pretty good, 77 to 60% here so far in the game. So Headhunter able to snipe that Mortar Dwarf, and he may be able to do some damage of his own, but is it going to be enough? Because Deer has victory imminent. They only need one more flag. It's 59 to 52%, and this may be, they need flag number 7. So it's this flag right here. This is the last remaining flag that Deer needs to take, this flag in the corner. So I'm not sure what Headhunter is going to choose to do. If he's going to press on, or if he's going to fall back to defend that flag. Basically, it rests in Headhunter's hands at this point. Maybe he's just gonna see if he can get some more flags for his team, but I don't know. Scratch is going to get annihilated because he has no artillery. All he has are these few melee units on the flag here, and as soon as Deer gets mobilized here, they have 2 mortar dwarves, a warlock. They're just gonna take the flag. So Headhunter is going to need to fall back, and it looks like he is.
5 minutes remaining.
And Scratch sending out units to their death, trying to delay this assault here.
Flag captured. Victory imminent.
So Time Wizard's able to get a victory imminent of their own. 52 to 45%. It's not that. Uh-oh. Scratch. What are you doing, Scratch? You need to defend here. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Flag number 4 is the one they need to take, and it doesn't look like they're in a very good position to be able to take that right now. And it looks like Deer is in a fairly good position. Scratch, get that maul on that mortar dwarf. Looks like Headhunter getting there just in time, but losing a ton of units there to that mortar dwarf when only that maul needed to be on that. So it's 41 to 32%. Headhunter relegated to flag defense now. I'm not sure if that's going to work out in his favor. It looks like these mauls are going to be able to just waltz on in. And yeah, not a whole lot of units here defending. And against mauls, it's not going to work. Come on, yeps, there, nice micromanage there by Scratch, taking out that one maul. But looks like Headhunter doing fairly good job here in defending. But yeah, Drunken coming in with these mortar dwarves, it's gonna be hard. However, almost losing both of them, only managing to lose one, however, and Headhunter is now almost out of mana. He has to wait to recharge, and that mortar dwarf is alive, and that's going to hurt. All of those units get taken out there, so it's just a matter of time.
Flag
and up here on this flag, it doesn't look like
sudden death.
Time Wizards have enough to be able to tag this. Looks like they're going to try to do what they can, but there's just so many brigands here, and they're just going to take out these melee units. They don't have anything else that can come.
Game
So yep,
over.
looks like that's going to go to Deer. Pretty evenly matched here. 515 damage for Deer, 459 for the Time Wizards. That's pretty close, actually. That's only a 50 damage point spread. And for the Time Wizards Headhunter, 129 damage, 20 kills. Pretty dang good there. Stone Cold with 102 damage, that's also pretty decent. For Deer, though, it's Drunken's 31 kills, 128 damage. That is pretty amazing. 31 kills is a lot. Sasper, though, right up with him with damage, 127 damage. And Van Tilby and Sight also doing really well. And it looks like Switch got the short end of the stick there. 5 kills, 20 losses. So once again, padded ratios for some players on Deer, and for other players on Deer, most of the losses. So kind of interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. So far, Deer is up 2 games to 1. We're going to go ahead and move on to game number 4 in just a moment.